back. We're back.
All right, guys, we are back. This is our second episode of the Trash Lift, whatever the days of the week is going to be. This episode is on Devon Larratt's channel, and
if you guys want to see the original of this, links below. You can see we're going to do a series, guys. The first one was on Artem's channel, and this is going to be something that we're going to do until either we or you guys get so sick of it. Trash lifts. Trash lifts. We're going to review the crappiest lifts that we can find or the best lifts. So last episode we had basically the standing top roll kind of variations. We had Levon come out the winner, surprise, surprise. And the winner right now, so the premier crown wearer of the Trash Lifts Award is in the hands of none other than Ryan Blue Bowen.
all the time, the time. You can't escape that. So basically, I actually found more videos this time, and actually this time, last time, if you guys didn't know, the first episode, I kind of gave Devon just a couple of names, but he didn't know the lifts. This time, there's no names. I think I picked up way better lifts this time to pick out, and it might get a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be intense.
But you know what? I can read your mind, man, and I don't think I see. And we haven't talked about this.
Yeah,
but give me some Michael Todd, man. Come on, I know you got some Michael out there for me.
Wow!
Come on, man. You can't have Trash Lifts episode 2 without Michael Todd in it.
Well, you know what? I didn't have to use him, but I still had them just in my pocket, just in case you.
Okay. You got okay. Maybe he's on episode 3.
But no. You know what? Hold on, Michael is somewhere under the table. Let me find Michael.
Oh my God.
I'll pull out the lift. Hold on. We can make it happen. It's we're professionals. It's gonna be easy. So I think I can dig Michael under the table.
Hold on. So Michael wasn't originally in this episode?
He had a huge influence of this episode. He must be in this episode, but at the same time, he didn't have to be. But it is important that if you do include him, we have to start with him, right? Because he has a huge influence on this episode. Maybe the main contributor, right? Okay. So here we go. We go.
Trash Lifts, episode 2. I knew it.
Since you won, we're gonna start there. I love it. We've talked about it last time, and it's a lot to talk about.
It's the one. Oh, I think I remember it breaks on this one, doesn't it? Oh,
I don't know how far deep I feel.
Yeah. Okay. There's so much wrong with this lift, unfortunately. So I remember, when I was getting ready for Michael, I was watching him do these lifts. And again, like we've talked about on Trash Lifts before, the first thing I'll say is super impressive weight. Okay. That weight, that's some impressive weight. I can't. What Michael's doing, I can't do it. I can't. But I'm going to say right now, he might already be beaten blue. Like, this is a trashy lift. Seriously.
Hold on. I suggest you, because I was picking out the video, I think you're speaking too soon.
Okay, really?
I'll be honest with you. I think you leave Michael Todd alone for a second, right?
Okay.
I would like to come back to it just for a second, because
I've watched that lift a lot. I've thought about that lift a lot, so I can talk about that lift all day.
Me too. So hold on, let me do this. Okay. Just so I would like to us to point out a couple problems, because when I ask people what's wrong with the lift, some people say there's nothing wrong with the lift.
Oh, there's so many things wrong with this lift. Oh God.
I'm gonna finish somewhere right there for a second. So in my opinion, I'm gonna kind of start this one. there is, as I was saying before, the problem is here is that, as I was saying before again, most arm wrestlers pick out the exercises to fix their things, right? You have something wrong with you, you want to get stronger, you pick up a lift that makes you stronger. Michael reverse engineered and picked out like the most impressive lift that looks on Instagram. And maybe, I don't even know, maybe he himself doesn't, he knows that it doesn't do anything, but maybe he wants to find some reasoning that it's kind of some finishing king's move, right? Which I don't know. But to me, I just don't see what's happened. Like he pronates the handle, but there's no pronation gets involved in the in the way how the pull system works. So there's no reason to pronate anything, right?
Right.
There's no, if you look at it, he doesn't really drag his elbow back, so his lat doesn't really work because he's locking it. He's locking it, in my opinion. So it kind of works statically, but he doesn't really drag, right? There's not.
I think that his lat and his pec are doing a lot. That's what I think. I think his lat and his pec. I mean, that's a lot of weight. Like
pec, I agree. I actually, that's the one thing I probably never even thought about. His pec does work a lot on that lift.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, that's a lot to just hold. I mean, if you tied that anywhere, 300 pounds tied anywhere, having to drag that thing back. I mean, that's a lot of lat, pec, whatever the muscle is that pulls your elbow close to your body. I mean, that thing's got to be firing. But I mean, it's not like, if you look at where the strap is pulling, like where it's pulling through, it's like, looks like it's kind of like that, right?
Yeah,
maybe even worse. Like maybe it's like that,
worse.
Like, and I mean, if I'm gonna arm wrestle somebody, like, I'm not pulling into their hand like this. I'm gonna be like this, or even like way out here.
Yeah, going for the fingertips, right?
Yeah, and this lift, like, I don't think his wrist is really being all that compromised. I don't see this lift really. The art arm handle is a nice handle if you hold it like square and like let it attack your fingers. But as soon as you get that thing cupped in,
nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening, man. You're like totally, nothing's going. I mean, it's a lot of weight, that's for sure. It's not a lot of weight where you're actually going to get it in a match.
Yep. Okay, exactly. So now, I'm glad we discussed this before we move to the next one. Now, the next one is also important because it might have a little bit of influence from Michael, but it's kind of up to you in the audio.
Yeah, I maybe haven't seen this one. This is maybe a new one.
Oh no, you're gonna be in love.
Really? Oh wow, you got some gold from deep. Oh, I haven't seen it. I'll tell you now, I haven't seen it.
You think you know just everything I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit you with some heavy hitters right now. Hold on.
Wow, what's going on here?
Okay, there's two people.
Right now, I'm scared. Right now, I'm scared. Like, what is that dude doing? He's putting himself in great danger. This guy in the orange shirt. He is in a terrible position for. Oh my God! I'm okay. Well. Okay.
I don't know the way, to be honest, but
yeah. Okay. So many things to say about this video. The first thing I'll say is safety. Okay. And it has, like, the guy in the orange. I mean, this guy's a soldier. Okay. He is on the front lines of this lift if I've ever seen it. Like, I feel like the weights are gonna kill him. I feel like that dude lets go of that handle and he's gonna die. Okay, if this is a failed lift, taking him with him. Okay, so this
there's a lot of trust. There's a lot of trust going on.
I mean, the first thing I'm gonna say is it's always good to have like an arm wrestling table to kind of train on, to kind of, But I mean, you're not. I mean. What's the name of the ref who unfortunately passed away? The guy who was in the WAL.
I don't. You want to talk about Charles?
Charles is not going to be reffing your match, man. that elbow foul is not going to fly. Okay. He's gone now. Rest his soul. I love Charles, but
That was awesome.
you can't train like that anymore. You're going to have to keep your elbow on the pad.
Well, you know what? This lift, I think this lift is great in terms of return of investment, right? That's where all the other arm wrestlers kind of fail and being selfish. This one lift trains two people and establish better muscle connection and good friendship, right? I'm not going to hold your table like that. I'm sorry, I'm a shitty friend, probably, but it's a multi focusing lift in my opinion.
This is definitely very entertaining. I'm very entertained by this lift. Like when I watch this, I feel like I could watch this lift a lot. I feel like I want to show my kids this lift. I feel like I want to show everybody this lift. For some reason, to me, it's super exciting. Just because I feel like something's gonna go bad. Again, though, I feel like bending in your hand too far on a lot of the cupping exercises. I mean, sometimes it can be good, but just know that there's that sweet spot. Like, I mean, if you're gonna work your cup, you probably really want to have your cup challenged. And I'm not convinced that the cup is what's gonna fail in this lift right here.
Yeah, it's almost like it's one of those arm handles where you can put your finger in there. Yeah, to where his cap is not attacked whatsoever. His wrist
Not
is
enough.
well,
Not enough.
his wrist is like in a really like comfortable position, right? It feels like it gets some attack, but in my opinion, like almost not enough to where it's even worth capping your hand. It's probably a lot better if you just kept it straight, because I think the strap will attack you better.
The longer I look at this lift, though, I just come to realize that I have to blame Michael. That's
why I wanted to start with Michael.
Yeah, I feel like no matter what, this is Michael's fault. Okay, like Michael is to blame for all of this insanity. This is not going to work, guys. This is probably not going to work. Like somebody's gonna before you ever get to use the strength that you're training right here, you're gonna be turned over. You're gonna have your wrist bent back. Never gonna get there unless you face another guy just like you.
He's training for Michael.
Michael. That's what's going on right now. We're gonna have a whole bunch of these guys arm wrestling each other.
Oh my God. Well, right. Two things. I actually glad that you said that. In all seriousness, if you train like that, you're gonna pull like that, and that's the problem, right? It's a kind of a quick stop if you want to compete on somewhere in the higher level with better referees. That's one way to train your body how to pull incorrectly as well. And second thing, I'm convinced, I think the guy in orange actually straying a lot more. I think he actually, well, maybe not a lot more, but he actually, I think his angles for his body, I think he's just healthier, right? Like it's better static hold of the table. I don't know, like.
You know what? I never thought of that, but you're right. He's definitely being more reactive and more athletic. Like watch his core have to stabilize here. Like it's almost like he's in his stance. He's getting ready to push away. He's balancing. He's switching hands. Look at how much this guy's moving and adjusting.
And he's calculating. He's ready for the thing to snap. He's ready to jump. I bet you he's on his toes right now, ready to go.
Okay. So I feel like this is a combined lift total. And between the two of them, I have to give them a 10. A 5 and a 5 together, 10.
Okay. I mean, I was losing my mind earlier. I'm so sorry, Joe Crawford, because I think that's the name of the guy that does the lift. But if you're trying to help you, in the long run, we're trying to help you. Now, unfortunately, Devon, I don't think, I don't know if you're ready. I don't think it was the worst lift that we have on the show tonight.
Oh my God, you probably got me on here, don't you?
No. Hook Training 3 will be in the third episode. We're gonna break it down later. I should find some of you find the list. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I actually have more material already, but we're gonna keep it for the third episode. So let me just double check. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. It's actually goes with the theme I don't know. What did those guys actually trade? Is it a side pressure, back pressure? What we can establish? Because I think all my videos tonight
I'd
are kind of
say
in the
it's
same
some
thematic.
kind of a drag from an uncompromised hand position. So it's basically you're dragging someone who's really giving you something to bite against. I don't know. So
Okay.
it's like you're training a drag against some kind of a hook or a press or something. So
That's fair. I will probably say, just because I know what the third week is, I'll probably call it probably that we have a specialized arm wrestling lift episode. That's will be more general. But here we are. Let me know when
okay,
you're ready.
okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Have you seen this lift before
Nope,
by the
nope,
thumbnail? Okay, it's
nope,
fairly
I've not
fresh.
seen this
I'm
one.
picking up some fresh stuff that
Okay.
I'm keeping
Right
it up.
away, I see a lot of side pressure going on. I see a lot of side happening.
At this point, I wish I filmed like the actual whole video. I'll probably for the next episodes. I'll remember we need more content. So here we go.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Oh, is this Dave Shea?
Yep, this is Dave.
All right. Oh man. Okay. 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 Oh man. Oh, he's gonna hurt himself. He is definitely gonna hurt himself. But I'll tell you, uh, even though I would never recommend arm wrestling this way ever to anyone training this way,
It's
it's
very intense.
what he's doing is really hard, and it's attacking his hand for sure. Like
Okay.
it's for sure on his hand. And am I seeing? Just go back a little bit. Go back a little more, a little more.
It goes to the red at the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, right at the beginning. Well, yeah. I mean,
It's such an intense start. I love it.
yeah. I love the lift. Again, I feel like I gotta show my kids these lifts. They'll love them.
So this is kids special episode. I like it. Little kids edition.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you do, you get better at. Like, so I've
Hold on.
always,
Let me stop you right there. Is every time you're gonna see something ridiculous, you're gonna start with very generic like wording? Well, all things can work. That's what's happening.
here's the thing. What I'm seeing in this lift is going up to the table, squeezing that hand, and just throwing it to the side. And I mean, hey, if you're strong enough, anything will work. But you're gonna have to be really, really strong for that to work. The any kind of a rolling handle where you have to squeeze it without a strap, I'll say while that does work your hand really well and absolutely it's going to make you a better arm wrestler, I always have a little bit of concern technically whenever you're squeezing anything. I know that there's application and I know that there's times when you crunch down on the hand and it's all the difference. But I don't think that that should ever be the main thing that you're training. I feel like you should always train to make the other person hold on to you. And instead of squeezing, you should be cupping. A lot of times, the grip, as soon as you squeeze someone, all it is like you're in a fight and it's like, here's my chin right there. Just, it's right
Yeah,
there.
you're just ready to take it.
Yeah, man. As soon as an arm wrestler feels somebody's fingertips, ooh, you better know that hit is coming right on those fingertips. Like the goal in arm wrestling is to hide your fingers. That's one of the things you're trying to do. So that's one of the things that I worry about whenever people train too much with those handles. It trains them to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. And then when I also think about like, what is your opening drive? Okay. I feel like the most dangerous thing you can do to your opponent is separate them from their body, right?
Yep.
That's the most dangerous. If I'm arm wrestling and if you do this to me, That's worse than you doing this to me every time. So when I see somebody with a spinning handle slamming to the side, not quite being able to do it, and then be like this and just fighting through it, I love it. I love it. It's entertaining, but don't train like this at home, kids. Don't do it.
Actually, now, since speaking about this, what's your actual opinion on fingers? How big are you into actual finger training versus cupping, right? Because I was like, Travis Bajan's idea is pretty cool. It's all about hiding your fingers, having smart hand, and well, in Travis's case, he goes for such a post. He's professional at actually hiding his fingers, right? What do you think? Like normal mortals should really mortals mortals should go heavy on the fingers, or not really? Everybody
I feel like Travis is 100% right when he says that you should never expose your fingers, never. And that's one of the reasons why it's difficult to set up at the elite level, because everybody knows this and nobody's exposing their fingers. And so you have like a very kind of loose up. You won't see a lot of top level guys kind of both just be like squeezing at the same time. It doesn't happen very often. Like, you start to be able to squeeze once you know you have it. Like, if I feel you, you hold on to me, if you touch me first, if I feel your fingers first, yeah, then I'll squeeze you once you've touched me. But for me to touch you first, the problem is, as soon as someone touches you, it lets you use your arm. Use the arm on the hand. So the arm attacks the hand, and then in comes the hand also. So it's arm and hand versus just the hand. So that's why a lot of times you want to be second, okay? If someone wants to touch you first, it's great. Now, it's great to have a strong hand. Yeah, make that hand strong, but don't get used to squeezing people. Be cautious when you use those spinners, that it doesn't become like hardwired in your brain that you're going to get up there and throw somebody to the side. But man, Dave Shea looks great. Do you know this lift? If he had done it without a shirt on, guaranteed this is a 10 out of 10. Okay. Dave Shea has got like veins and abs, and dude is a stallion.
It's just so intense, this lift.
It is. I love that.
So my question now that we watched show 3, and the way we talked about Dave Shea,
man, this is great stuff.
Is Dave's lift have better returns than the other two? Like, who's getting more work done? Who's getting a better at arm wrestling out of the full 3? We watched Michael's video, we watched Joe's video, and now we have Dave Shea. They're a little bit different, but they're a little bit different also in their own little way. So,
well, okay, now is when I'm going to defend Michael a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, we come back to Michael. Here's the reason why Michael's lift actually works for Michael a bit. Now, when you have an arm that's super wonky, okay, like, so say you go to straighten your arm and that's about as straight as it goes. You know, I go a little bit, but if that's as straight as you go, all right, then for you to just, no matter what's going on with that hand, drag that thing back hard, and then this angle is going to give you like some kind of an artificial kind of up pressure once the lock kicks in. Like, there's something there. There's absolutely something there to just force a match on your side of the table. The problem is you're not going to have your hand. That's the only thing. So
I don't know how much I can agree with you on that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to find some reason why it might work. Oh man, having to crown a winner from this is tough.
I know it's a good one. It's a good one. I try. No, to be honest, I didn't even try. I just found it. I didn't try it hard.
I really like this one here. This one I really like. This is probably my favorite lift of tonight. I like the teamwork. I like the danger. I think that there's actually more on his wrist than there is on Michael's. I mean, the elbow foul, I mean, whatever. I don't know what we're talking about here, but I'm going to say that this lift was our number one lift of the night.
I will agree with you on that one. And my reasoning is because there's way more work happening because there's way more people in this lift, right?
Yeah.
Well, Michael Tots had the person behind him too. I forgot the name, but we know the guy.
Yeah.
And but he gonna do it. He gonna do much. He gonna he gonna hold the table. So that's kind of a losing thing.
I feel like I want to give the crown tonight to Dave.
So Michael definitely third. So it's all between Dave and Joe.
Well, I feel like Dave has the crown tonight. That's what I think. I think just his effort, just everything about this. Just like if I saw a guy in the gym, I would be pulling out my phone for sure. Like if I see Dave training like this, I'm pulling out my phone, guaranteed.
There's music. I wanted to play the sound, but
yeah.
Hold on.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's enough of sound right there.
Really good. It's really good. I really like that lift. I really like it. I think that's got to be the coolest one we saw tonight.
Okay, well, before I agree with you, I want to break it down in my head. The distance they both moved of the weight was pretty significant. I think they both moved pretty far, right? They did not have assistance technically. It was a heavy lift for one person. I have to give him that one. The distance was greater, but he actually did more work because he didn't have anybody, there for him. Now, wrist, I also gonna give it to Dave, right? Dave's wrist actually worked.
Yeah.
And as far as being relative to the actually arm wrestling table, I probably, even though those guys were at the table, I think Dave got them on that one too. I think it's way more useful to do this rather than whatever they did, right? And he eliminated the elbow pad at all, right? So we can't even complain about that one. I'm agreeing with you. Now that I got my points, Dave is the winner of this particular episode.
I agree. So what do you think? Is this lift
yes?
So is it better than what Blues was? Now, when we define better in terms of trash lifts, I mean, are we talking about like is it better or is it worse? Like, are we looking at the absolute worst thing possible, or trash lift is like a special thing? Like it's like you shouldn't do it, but it was just so miraculous and marvelous. It's like a perfect storm of messiness and craziness. I don't know. I feel like right now the two best ones we've seen, episode 1, Blue Bowen, and now Dave Shea's cable throw to the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dave as the winners right now because just by his facial expressions and everything that happened, I think he put more work in than Blue did. I think Blue actually had some time to scream afterwards, filmed the entire vlog, hang out with his kids. I bet you Dave took a nap after that one.
Dave Shea, new champion of trash lifts.
Perfect. Dave, if you're watching this episode, we are sending you the crown. If you can create one, we might can get the crown going. I think if you don't get tired of this show and see people's reaction, if you can hold it till 10 episodes, maybe by the end of 10 episodes, we will give away a crown. Make a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
trash lift t-shirt. Cretin, anybody get on this one.
Trash lift champion. Yeah, watch me go. Get your phone ready. I will do a trash lift.
But it's going to be on the back of the shirt. This is going to make it high quality. Get some in the front, some in the back. Yeah.
You have permission to film. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
have like
a picture of a camera filming with a circle around it, like no cross.
hey, well, since we're gonna pick up the winner, we're gonna know his own information. We might put it on a shirt. Hey, if you see me do this, tag me. Here's my information.
Yeah, Dave Day, current champ.
Yeah, we're gonna see if he can hold up for as long as the show's gonna go, right?
Okay, so let's say this. If at the end of our season, we will have like an overall where we'll review all the champions in a show, and maybe the top 3 will win a trash t-shirts. And we'll say that if you can last 5 shows as a champ, we're gonna get you something no matter what. No matter what. Actually, maybe not even 5. Who knows? Maybe we'll get every single one of you guys a trash lift.
Well, how about this? Make it best out of 3, right? So 3 rounds. If the person can defeat people 3 rounds in arm wrestling, you're a bad dude, right?
Send us your trash lifts, guys. Put them down below and we'll review.
Yep, and we'll see what happens. We will see. We will see. Give us your ideas and we'll see what's going on. All right, fellas. Devon, do you have something more to say? I mean, it is your channel.
Hey, whatever, man. Hey, this is fantastic. Keep them coming, guys. Keep lifting. Keep on making people look at you in the gym and explain to them that you are a trash lift champion. Like, you know, you conventional, good form having people. You're a different culture from the trash lifters. Trash lifters have a different agenda.
Yep. I couldn't have said better than that. So, all righty, guys. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. That's going to be on my channel. So, link everything on the description. Link to the previous episode will be on the description as well. To follow us, support Devon in any way possible. Everywhere, make sure to download ArmBet, and yeah, we need to promote more cool stuff. ArmBet, everything.
It's all there, guys.
It's all there. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the 3rd episode.